Hi guys, welcome back to my channel once again. It's your girl Sperry, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe right down below because we got a lot of content coming out for you. And if you're not new, thanks for sticking it out with me. Today we are going to talk about 7 things that I believe every lady should have incorporated in their walk with God. Every Christian lady, just to be clear. So the first thing every Christian lady must have is the sword, okay? Every Christian lady needs the Bible. And if possible, I'll suggest you get yourself a study Bible. I'm using the Days Reference Bible, and this is a King James Version. If you're a new believer, I will suggest you go in for the NLT or the NIV version because it's much easier to understand comparing to the King James Version. But the King James Version, I believe, is the ultimate version. Get yourself a hard copy Bible, okay? And aside that, you can also get a phone Bible, which I do have, and this actually helps me when I want to translate it into different versions and understand it more. I do have the YouVersion app on my phone, and I also have the Olives Bible on my phone. They are both study Bibles that helps you to understand the word in different versions. Having the Bible also is not just for fashion. I would suggest that you actually open it and read it and know the scriptures for yourself, okay? Know the scriptures. Mind you, when Satan was tempting Christ, what did he use to defend himself? It was the word. Satan was quoting scriptures, and so was Christ quoting scriptures. So you have to know the word to fight your battles. And I believe as a Christian lady, you definitely need a Bible. So that's the first tool you need to have. The second thing I would talk about is every Christian lady must have a journal, okay? It's a good thing to have a journal. Either have a prayer journal, gratitude, or dreams journal. This is where you write things down. You write what God has done for you, or things that you are requesting from God, or even dreams that you've had. If you put them down later on, you can actually look back into it and be like, ooh, I asked for this and look at what God has done. I have this now, or I dreamt about this and it's happening now. And I remember I had a dream and I had written an advice to myself in that dream, and recently, I think yesterday, I opened that book, and for whatever reason I came across it and I read it, and it just reminded me of how, like, regardless of how the devil chooses to fight with me, I should never give up unless I have no breath of life in me. But as much as I have breath in me, I should keep on fighting. And it had helped me with whatever it is that I was feeling when I opened my book. So I believe writing things down actually helps you when you don't even know when it's gonna help you. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, write them down. Get a journal and write things down. It's really helpful. The third thing I want to also talk about is have some Christian books, okay? These books just broadens your knowledge and it helps you out as well. I have some collection of books here from Bishop Dag Mills. I wouldn't say I've read every book. No, I'm not I'm not a good reader. I don't like to read that much. I try to read, but I don't read that much. So at least like a day I read a chapter, or maybe in a week I read a chapter. I'm guilty over here. But I think it's very important to have some Christian books around you that you can read and feel encouraged. So the next thing I want to say is have a playlist, okay? And put in some songs that you feel that it encourages your spirit. It changes your atmosphere, and it's always a great feeling whenever you wake up and you have like this whole atmosphere that speaks to your spirit. I've realized that at the end of the day, your day kind of becomes like more productive just because you started it so well. So I will suggest you also have a playlist of songs that speaks to your spirit, that changes the atmosphere around you. And mind you, songs are also form of prayers, okay? So sometimes you can be playing it without even singing it. There will be certain spirits that cannot be in that presence just because of the songs that you are playing. So I believe have some playlists of spirit-filled songs. The next thing I want to talk about is have a shepherd. And if I say a shepherd, who is a shepherd? A shepherd is somebody who takes care of sheep. So in this kind of case, a shepherd is either a pastor, a preacher, or even like a church member who teaches you the word as well. Jesus Christ said he is the shepherd and we are the sheep, and the sheep knows his voice. Pastors that God has brought into our life, prophets that God has brought into our life, are standing in the position of being a shepherd in our lives. The Bible is a very big book and you might not know everything in it. So the position of these shepherds in your life is to help you with your walk with God. And I believe they are there to guide us. They are there to serve as a guidance and also support and help us in times of needs. The next thing I want to talk about is have a church group, okay? Have a Christian group that you can be a part of. The Bible says iron sharpeneth iron, and I believe that when you are falling, your sister can lift you up, and so can you also lift your sister up when your sister is falling. Having Christian groups is to just encourage each other, share, and also learn from people's mistakes, and basically like grow in faith together. Who knows, you might find somebody in this group that you even want to spend the rest of your life with as well. The last and final thing I want to talk about is have time, okay? As a Christian lady, you must have time for the word. You have to be intentional about the word. You don't have to just always rush through the word. Oh, let me just say a quick 5-minute prayer. You have to spend time, have time, whether you have to fast, have time for whether you have to pray, have time, whether you have to study the Bible, have time, make time for it. And mind you, you have 24 hours in a day. And out of the 24 hours, how much do you want to give to God? So I believe we have to be very intentional about our time with God, because if you're not intentional about it, you will always find yourself busy and not have time for God. So I believe you have to always make an effort to make the time for God. Be intentional about it. We have come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this video helps you out as well. Let me also know down in the comment box what are some of the things that helps you in your day-to-day walk with God. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe right down below if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.
They told you that you couldn't do it 'cause you're washed up. Ain't like them bad girls said you should get your sauce up.